My name is Darrell Bowen. I'm seeking the position of City Recorder for the Bridgeport City Council. Currently, I'm completing the 4-year term as councilman. My wife Kay and I have lived 26 years in Bridgeport, and we have 2 daughters, Amy and Andrea, and they attended Bridgeport schools and graduated from Bridgeport High School. I'm a registered professional engineer, retired, with a degree in civil engineering. I work for the Department of Highways and Dominion, where I served in various positions such as district superintendent and division engineer. I'm a member of Simpson Creek Baptist Church, where I served on the deacon board and headed up the youth program. I was president of the Planning Commission and treasurer for the band patrons. After completing the current term, I plan to have an aggressive agenda, move forward with my term in the next year. I would appreciate your vote so that I can continue to work for the city. Thank you.
Next question. Bridgeport's a rapidly developing place. If elected, what big development project would you push to get done, and how would you go about getting that project funded? You have 2 minutes.
One of the first things I would like to do is deal with drug abuse. Drug abuse and associated crimes are one of the more serious things affecting the health and welfare of our citizens. I've currently been working with the William Eilenfeld's office out of Wheeling, our U.S. attorney, to try to curb the use of drugs. There's 2 things we've been doing there. One of them is to expanded use of our drug dogs in the schools and in the parking lots. And the other things, we're trying to establish a drug-free chapter, or a chapter of the Drug-Free Clubs of America. And I think this council meeting this week, we got a representative that will be here to help us along with that. One of the other things I think we need to do is replace Johnson Elementary School, and also the high school needs some help. The grade school now has 600 students, and it was designed for 300, so that needs some work. The other thing is technology. We need to advance technology as much as we can in the city. The thing we're doing right now with the Gigaport pilot project is a move in the right direction. That would give gigabyte speed to residences. I think there's some 30 residents out of 100 possible that have already signed up for that. Another area that we can grow in and prosper, I believe, is the aeronautic industry. There's a lot of good paying jobs in that area that are technical that would add a lot to the job base in this city. And the other area is recreation. We need to continue to grow in that area. Bridgeport citizens are avid sports fans and avid sports attendees. And I will continue to work to see that all sports have the facilities they need in that area. Thank you.
Our next question actually touches upon the drug problems. We're going to talk about it a little bit more. Do you think we have enough police locally to fight the drug epidemic in our area? What about funding? And if not, what do you think needs done to fix this? Again, you have 2 minutes.
Okay, as far as the police, I think our police are doing a good job as far as that goes. I think we need to deal with the drug problem in a different way also. We need to add on, we can't enforce our way out of this problem. It's going to take more than that. We're going to have to deal with the hearts and minds of our populace, with the citizens, the students, and continue to work on the supply side of this thing, because we've got people that are continue to use drugs and take drugs and sell drugs, and that's the problem, and I don't believe enforcement alone is the answer.
Okay, we'll go on to our next question now. Bridgeport's been leading the way when it comes to the home rule program for quite a while now. Do you think the city has used home rule wisely? Do you support the program? Explain your position either way. Again, you have 2 minutes.
Yes, I think home rule does provide some flexibility to the cities. In the past, the state has dictated many of the operations which a city can and cannot do. With home rule, the cities can get some flexibility in trying new things out, and we have used home rule on several items. Some of the things that have been proposed I have not agreed with, and that are still not out there to be considered. But as a whole, I believe home rule is a good tool for the cities to use in trying to advance and move forward.
Last question. Our small businesses are just so important to our local communities. As Bridgeport continues to attract national chains to areas like White Oaks and Charles Point, what would you do to ensure our small business owners can compete and thrive in this environment? Again, you have 2 minutes.
One one of the things we need to do is make sure our businesses are healthy. And you know, our businesses supply almost 50% of the revenues for the city, so we do need to pay attention to them. One of the chief ways the city does help small businesses is the police and fire protection. After that, the city services of water, sewer, and stormwater protection are important. We're currently, and I've been working on this, is the stormwater abatement program to try to abate the stormwater that's affecting the cities. We also have a number of water line leaks in our city that we need to address probably more aggressively.